You know, everybody wants to get their business booming. They want to get their business booming right where they are and globally. Well, guess what? There are books that can help you get your business booming. And I am Dr. Lotus Richey from Lotus Richey Ignites Coaching and Consulting, and I'm here to bring to you speakers, authors, and change makers that's going to help you get your business booming. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've got amazing speakers like Misty Lane, author and keynote speaker. Misty won't be with us today, but she sends her love. Her book is called What Goes Up: Overcoming Your Worst to Live Your Best Life. And Dr. Shirly Lu, business owner at Shirly Lu and Associates and founder. You've got to get her book because she's the author of IUL ASAP, How to Win the Financial Game of Life. On this free, check it out, free webinar on books to get your business booming. Right here in this private Zoom room. And guess what? We're going global because we're going to also show it on Facebook Live. So we'll see you there. Get in where you fit in and get books that get your business booming. See you on the other side. Awesome. Welcome to Books to Boom Your Business. I am so happy to be here with you today. My name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and of course, you have come to the right place at the right time to get your business booming, because actually, we know without a question that books help us from any genre, any facet of what we're doing in life. Books help us to really think about what's going on, to really ask ourselves tough questions. How do I change what I'm doing if it's not working? Well, let me find out what I'm doing if it's working at all. If it's working, do I stick with it? Do I go another direction? Books also help us to transition through tough times, to make us more aware of what's going on the inside, to help us be better on the outside. So I want to welcome you from all over the world to Books to Boom Your Business. And today we've got a magnificent time that we're going to be sharing with none other than the incredible Dr. Shirly Lu. Now, Misty Lane was programmed to be with us today, but she's got an emergency. But she shares her love, and guess what? I've got her book here with us today, What Goes Up. That's right. What Goes Up: Overcoming Your Worst to Live Your Best. So, with no further ado, I'd like you, when you come in, make sure you can join us here in the live Zoom if you like. Go right to my page and click on the link, or you can join us on StreamYard, because we're streaming right here in Zoom, StreamYard, YouTube, and so many other platforms, and we want you to join us. So let's get right down to business. I'd like to introduce to you a phenomenal speaker. She's an author, she's a coach, she's a trainer, and she is the 50 over 50. Now, I know you might be saying, Dr. Lotus, what are you talking about, 50 over 50? She might even be 50 under 50, right? We're not going to give her age away, right? So I'm going to let Dr. Shirly Lu tell you what that's all about. And then we're going to get right into our topic at hand. But before we do that, let me go ahead and give you some encouragement. So I'm going to grab this. Grab your notepad. Grab your notepad. I hope you can see that. Grab your notepad and grab your pen. Because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. But let's face it, you can't make no changes if you don't have notes to go ahead and make those changes from. So go ahead, grab your notepad and grab your pen. And we're going to show the intro bumper again. And then we're going to come right back. And I'm going to come back with Dr. Shirly Lu. Let's go ahead and key up that video for our friends. You know, everybody wants to get their business booming. They want to get their business booming right where they are and globally. Well, guess what? There are books that can help you get your business booming. And I am Dr. Lotus Rashay from Lotus Rashay Ignites Coaching and Consulting, and I'm here to bring to you speakers, authors, and change makers that's going to help you get your business booming. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've got amazing speakers like Miss Misty Lane, author and keynote speaker. Although she won't be with us today, she sends her love and her book, What Goes Up? Overcoming Your Worst to Live Your Best. And of course, we have with us none other than the amazing Dr. Shirly Lu, business owner at Shirly Lu and Associates, and she happens to be the founder with her dynamic book, IUL ASAP, How to Win the Financial Game of Life. Invest like the wealthy. Straight to you on this free, check it out, free webinar on books to get your business booming. Right here in this private Zoom room. And guess what? We're going global because we're going to also show it on Facebook Live. So we'll see you there. Get in where you fit in and get books that get your business booming. See you on the other side. All right. Welcome back. You are seeing us live in Zoom and live on the Lotus Rashay Ignite show. I've got an incredible time for you tonight as we talk about books to boom your business. So to bring to you none other than this amazing author, this amazing entrepreneur. She's an amazing speaker. She's an amazing trainer. What more can I say but to say, please welcome our guest, Mrs. Shirly Lu. Shirley?
Morning, I guess, a good afternoon, depends on the word where you are located. I am so excited. I get to be with Lotus Rashay, the famous Lotus Rashay. You gotta understand that what you're about to hear and see today, guys, let me tell you, you heard it first on this show by Dr. Lotus Rashay. So with that being said, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
All right, fantastic. Well, I'm excited too. And we're going to do a double pane here. We're going to get us both side by side in a minute here, because we want people to see both of us together, joining and sharing our love one with another. So with no further ado, let me bring this over right here into this screen. Pow! There we are, everybody. There we are. So I wanted to share, most importantly, Shirley, that I'm super happy to have you here. And I just love what you're doing all around the world to support people in their finances, but also in their personal life, because sometimes people think of finance just in business and they don't really get finances also in their personal life. And if they're not equipped in their personal life, typically they're not going to be equipped in their business life. So thank you so much for being here today. And I know you're going to be talking a little bit from your book and giving us 10 tips. Got this. She's giving us 10 tips instead of 5 tips of things we can do, one in finance and one in business. So Shirley, let me ask you this. As a global speaker, a global trainer, you have been most recently featured in Forbes magazine. Tell us about that. You know, I always want to see the sauce.
Well, you know, it's funny because last November 2021, about 5-6 months ago, I was nominated and finally selected out of 10,000 women in the USA to be Forbes Top 50 over 50. And of course, it was such a long shot. Someone had told me a couple companies nominated me. They said, Shirley, it's a long shot winning as Forbes Top Advisor in the country. Well, guess what? I just came back from Dubai. The United Emirates. I hung out with all the Forbes owners. Also at the same time, all the Forbes clientele, newscaster, published. I mean, it was just an amazing opportunity. And of course, as soon as I came back, all those people I met, they are crying blue. They said, oh my God, the stock market just lost money, so much money. And now I'm frantically trying to, safeguard people from those kind of craziness that's going on right now. You know, so many things that are that's impacting us. I mean, first of all, you know, you and I know the war in Ukraine that's happening, right?
Yes.
Things happening in China right now. Things happening in North Korea. Think about it, guys. Even if you live in the United States, and it has nothing to do with those countries, and yet it impacts us from an economic standpoint. One word somebody says, one thing about political saying, it affects our financially. So my
Yes.
take today is really kind of share with you, well, how do you protect all those things, uncertainty that's coming? And then also I wanted to tell you, it's really exciting because there's so many things happening very soon. I'm going to be on in the Washington D.C. area
Yes.
on the local channel news, consistently talking about financial stuff. And I'm speaking at some event with thousands and thousands of folks at the university, and university are also asking me to write curriculums to teach about finances, and it has been unreal at my end right now. And so, with
Yes.
that being said, to be honest with you, I couldn't probably do it without you. Okay,
Thank you.
because part of the things it's all about in business is that okay, it's one thing you have a platform and all that, but who's there to support you behind the platform,
Exactly.
right? And so you are one of my biggest advocates, and I want to say
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for that.
It's my
Being said,
pleasure.
so giving us said Forbes, I'm excited. Yes, I've been selected. Definitely top 50 over 50 now. I'm going to company, corporate. I mean, you name it. Before the door was shut, but now they know I'm pretty serious contender when it comes to
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. So, like you said, you and I, we've worked together, we've been on big platforms together, and it's without question that you are the expert when it comes to money, when it comes to finance, when it comes to thinking about how to deal with finance and how finance should really be our friend rather than a far-reaching idea. So I want to get right into it. I want to talk about your book, and we're going to highlight you. We're going to shoot you right in the screen. I'm going to move me out of the screen and put you right in the screen. I want you to talk to us about your book, why you wrote that book, and how you've affected millions of people. I say millions because this book, if it hasn't reached 1 million yet, I know that it's going to. Why? Because people need to hear what you're saying, because your book has changed lives. I've been at a conference that you hosted right here in DC, and it was phenomenal, and you changed some major lives. So with that, let's get right into the book. Tell us about the book, why you wrote it, how you're helping people, and then let's get into them golden nuggets.
Okay. So some of you may have heard my story, some of you may have not. Okay, but I'll kind of recap it in a few minutes. 17 years ago, my husband had passed away unexpectedly, and some of you guys may, it was a tragic. He had committed suicide. So with that being said, I went through a trial, with having a 1-year-old baby and a 15 and 16-year-old with no life insurance. So you can imagine, being besides being a single mom, you're sitting there facing with, okay, how do you survive? When you can't even live in the house that it has happened and any of this stuff, and then suddenly you're faced with this, all the money's gone, right? There are times where I barely have $100 in the bank, guys, and you sit there and you figure as a single mom, oh my God, how do you survive the next week?
Mm-hmm.
And I also believe in life. You and I, 1 minute we're
Yes.
on top of the world, all of us are one step away from being homeless. Think about it. Husband
Yep.
and wife go to work, one lost a job, right? And you know that living this world, you need two incomes sometimes to survive. And if
Yep.
you only are single by yourself, and if you lost a job, you don't have anything, and you're going to run into critical illness, those kind of things, what happens? Who is going to write that check out to help you all the time? Yeah, maybe the first couple months, your family will help you out, your friends. But after that, guys, the reality sets in. You better learn how to survive yourself. So I wanted to get into the financial industry because I felt such a lacking of education in the financial industry. Women are not thinking about the future. Where do I save money? Where's the best place to save? Well, okay, so what does my husband have if something happened to him? And then I find out the husband side of it. Oh, my wife does it all. Well, what does she have? I don't know. She does it all, right? So I felt the communication was such an important piece of that part of financial planning. And it's a conversation that you need to have, and you need to set aside time and think about what your future is. I've seen so many people here. If I were to ask you, okay, have you thought about retirement? Have you thought saving? Have you thought this? And by the way, the market just lost money. What happened to your money? Did you make money? Did you lose with it? So I decided to write a book as an education. And this book was really it's about safeguarding your money and how to get tax free. And the book titles IUL ASAP. By the way, Dr. Roche, it is the number one book in 7 categories. And right now, it is the number one book in the country for IUL. I am having like
Woo
mortgage companies
woo!
ordering 300 books and trying to give it to all their customers whenever they sell a house, whenever they do a loan. I have car dealership are giving this book out whenever the clients are buying stuff. It has been an incredible journey for me of having this one book. It is the number one today. So what does the book say? By the way, you can go on Amazon, you can order it from Kindle. Amazon, it says IUL ASAP, How to Win the Financial Game of Life, Invest Like the Wealthy, and Generate Tax-Free Income with one 3-letter word. This book right here has changed the dynamic of so many things. I am now going into company corporate. I am going talking to CPA, and being able to spread my message. It's one thing you have your money saved, guys, but you got to know where to save it. And you got to say, okay, well, surely, what kind of return can I make on my money? Well, surely, what happens if the money, if the market loses? It's so sad because this book educates folks. I had a gentleman, he's 68 years old, just came to me yesterday, and Dr. Roche, he has $1 million term life insurance he bought 30 years ago because someone told him he should buy term and that's the difference.
Wow.
It's going to expire next month. He's got a health situation and his $1 million term went away next month.
Wow.
And his wife doesn't work. She's got a health issue as well too. She depends on him. The kids depends on him. Now he feels like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. I can't get life insurance because I've got a mortgage because I bank on the fact that I bought this term because people told me it was a great thing to have some sliced bread.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know, one education, you guys, all of you out there today, go to work for a company. They provide cheap term insurance because you say, oh, it's so cheap, so cheap. Well, the problem is that, term insurance pays out less than 1%. Think about the population in the United States, and you've got term insurance that pay out less than 1 or 2%.
Yep.
That's crazy. So therefore, we have never taught how to live a legacy. We never taught how to create wealth for next generation. I'm passionate about this because let me tell you one thing. If I die tomorrow, I want my bones to be worth something to somebody or something out there, right? But it's not just about death. Nowadays, financial planning, you got to think about, well, I don't want to work forever. I change job all the time. Where else can I get a stream of income guaranteed? Dr. Richard, did you know there's guaranteed stream of income?
Yes.
I mean, it's next Tuesday. I had a woman that she's 71 years old. She said, Shirly Lu, I need this much money every single month. Can you help me get there? And she gave me the dollar amount. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm meeting her on Tuesday with her accountant. I designed a plan exactly what she needed. Exactly. And we'll go into the plan. She said, it's guaranteed. I said, it's guaranteed. She goes, so if I give you this much, you promise to give me this much. I said, yes, ma'am. You can take your contract to the attorney. You can take the contract to anybody that you want. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, with that being said, I love to show a roadmap and helping people where they need to go next. That's my job.
That's awesome. So I want to say we've got several people all around the world. We've got Caitlin. She's here from Canada. We've got Angie. She's here. We've got various people on Facebook. They don't have, they're not showing their face. And we've got a myriad of people right here in the Zoom room. We've got so many people from the Philippines. We've got Kay. We've got Jasper. We've got Shirley Murphy from Nigeria, Africa. Hi, Shirley. We've got Roger Bustamente. Hi, he's watching from Mindanao. Great to have you here from Mindanao. That's the Philippines, folks. And we have so many more people. And if I don't get to call your name, just please take it for love because we have so many people streaming in and coming from all over the place. Ram Velasco, I see you. He says, hi, hello, Dr. Shirly Lu. Great to have you with Dr. Lotus. And I'm so happy that she's here as well. Shirley Murphy says, wow, my namesake. Hi, Shirley. So great. Angie says, very well deserved. And Jorge says, congratulations, Magallanes. I hope I said that right, Jorge. Let me know if I said that right. So, Dr. Lu, it's unquestionable that people oftentimes they lose what they have in their finances. They lose what they have in their homes, and oftentimes they can't pay medical expenses. They lose their stocks, they lose their bonds, they lose so much, and then there's nobody there to help them. But what I'm hearing you say is, look, it doesn't matter how dire the situation is, you're there to help them, to hold their hand, to help them get through the tough situation. And let's face it, during the pandemic, and we hear this a lot, pandemic, yeah, during the pandemic, people like never before, they fell off, they passed away, their businesses closed. Some people went hungry, some people lost their mind. Let's face it, and some people lost the heart and the will. So, Dr. Lu, how can people really change the way they think and change the way they feel about finance?
Okay. Well, I think the first thing they need to do is, as hard as it is, let's do a reality check. You're going to have to become straight and clean with yourself, including your family, including your better half, including your wife, your husband, your partner, whoever it is. Because you have to say, okay, you know what? I am here today. And here's the reality. We have this much saving. We don't have this. We don't have that. And do a really reality check on their finances. Things like, okay, what happened if I get sick tomorrow? What if I get hurt tomorrow? Well, what if I lost my job? What if, what do I have for retirement? Okay, do I want to leave a legacy? Do I have anyone that I love or care for that I need to be thinking of? What about long-term care? So what you do is, when I work with people, I do a checklist, okay? Because it's important for me to have that checklist with you because everybody's different. Somebody may be caring for the elderly, right? And somebody, may say, I've got kids, I'm a single mom. Others say, well, my husband and I are doing this. And then I have one lady who basically said to me, look, all I care is having money for me to live off because I have no family. When I die, I'm going to give it all away to, a charity event.
Right.
And it's okay, but you got to know where you are. What's most important for you? And do you know those answers, those questions? If I were to say, hey, Kathleen DeLeon, you're young enough. Do you have money to set aside, for your future retirement, those kind of things? She should be able to say, oh, yeah, I've got this, and I know this guarantee, this and that. Okay, when tomorrow, maybe she's at a place where she is, okay, she may be, I'm not saying she's struggling, okay? For example, she said, you know what? I barely make paycheck, Shirley, and I'm living paycheck to paycheck. And it's a vicious cycle. How do I get out of it? So part of me doing financial planning is provide people a roadmap of where they can go and what they need to do. Let me tell you, you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting the same result. Something's got to change. If you don't have money, I'm going to show you how to make money, okay? Because there's a way to be able to change. And I've seen in my life where I brought people on board, the single mom didn't even have money to pay rent. And yet today, they're in a position to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, under the leadership that I'm trying to help and give them a roadmap, And it's about, willing to make some change and sacrifice. If you're not willing to make change and sacrifice to change where you are, then you can be in the same space,
Yeah.
So a little bit later on, I will talk about entrepreneurship. I want to talk about, those kind of things. Okay, where do we have a chance? Where do we have an opportunities? And from a finance standpoint, how can I give them some pointers, what they need to do? So first, reality check of what you have, and how much money can you save? Guys, you should be the number one Uno bill. Pay yourself first before you pay anybody else. And the conversation's always been about, well, they told me that I should pay all my bills before I start investing or saving. Well, guys, bills are always going to come. And I've seen clients that never made it that day because of that mentality thinking. Look, you always have that. You always going to have a credit card. You can minimize it, right? But at the end of the day, you got to put something aside for yourself. It's about time and money, So.
I love that. So I like what you said, and I've got this up on the screen. Pay yourself first. Why pay yourself first? Because It's without question that if you don't pay yourself first and something else happens, people always say save for a rainy day. You can't save for a rainy day if you don't have funds trickling out. Maybe you can afford $5 a week or $20 a week. And you might be saying, Dr. Lotus, $5, that's nothing. But listen to this. If you save $5, if you save $20 over 20 weeks, how much is that? It's more than you had if you saved nothing. So, what if the rainy day doesn't come? It's okay if the rainy day doesn't come, but it's better to be prepared for a situation and the situation never comes than for the situation to come. And guess what? You're not prepared. Because after all, you said, Doc, you said minimize your debt, minimize your debt. And while you're minimizing your debt, again, it goes back to you again. Bow! You got to pay yourself first. Doc?
Absolutely. And I think the other things too is as I'm sitting with them, we look at the bill, the expense. Okay, which one that's critical and which one that should we pay off the most? Maybe some credit card is charging high interest rate and other ones a little smaller, and maybe we focus on the high. But again, personal financial planning is such an important piece. It's a conversation you've got to have privately instead, okay, you know what, here's where I am. How can you help me? Let's go back about $5 a day. Did you mention $5 a day, $5 a week, whatever, right?
Right.
So my approach to every single client is that people thought you got to have a lot of money to invest to have. No, you don't. You do not have to have a crazy amount of money. I just said to this very simple thing to this 37-year-old guy, right? And I said, hey, let me ask you this: how important is your family? Give me honest feedback. Is your family worth $5 a day? Or is it worth $10 a day? Or is it worth $20 a day? What do you think his answer is?
Yeah.
He said $20 is too low. You see that?
Yep.
And he's right. My family was in the millions, not just $20 a day, but got him to the mindset thinking, you know what, I can't just put $5 a day. My family was starved.
Right.
And we did $5 a day. So it gives you the mindset of thinking something more. I mean, saying a lot of ladies, guys, you're going out there spending $40, $50 on your nails. You go out and you spend, crazy amount of, shoes. You know how many shoes us women have?
Yep.
A ton, right? Men, I get it. I know we got to spend and splurge a little bit once in a while and all that. But I think there's got to be a point where you can kind of say, you know what, enough is enough. Do I need it? It's needs versus wants, right?
Exactly.
So you learn to identify those kind of things. During pandemic, Dr. Roche, it was incredible. I had people that lost their job, didn't have a job, and in all those situations. And the accounts that I set up for them, they were able to tap into the money during the time that was most crisis.
Yes.
I have people that one young lady, health is a beat, no issue. She took care of her elder mother. She goes to work to take care of her elder mother. And you know what happened? She opened a life policy with me. COVID happened. Within 3 days, she passed away. Now, remember, she's the only daughter to take care of this elder mother.
Right.
But I can't take the pain away and I can't change any of that. But an ability for me to be able to come to the mother and say, you know what? We've got her estate, you're at stake. We've got $250,000 coming to you that's able to give you a stream of income every single month to be able to pay for the house and things like that you need to. Mm-hmm. That is why I do this. I do it because I believe my team and I can help and change. It's like saving one starfish at a time.
Exactly.
I'm passionate about it, guys. This is what you see is what you get. So
I love that. And here's the thing. It's without question that we have to be passionate about what we love and about what we do. And one thing that you kind of touched on that I really like is that we can go out and we can spend all kind of money on this and that, but you don't have to have a crazy amount of money to get involved. If you pay yourself first before you go shopping for those nails and for those clothes and for those cars and buying tickets to go here and there, it will help you immensely. But here's the thing. You just have to get started. Don't make any excuses. Don't, just give yourself a way to say, okay, I don't care. I'm just going to do my thing. I got time, because let's face it, some of us don't have time. But what we do have is a technique and strategies that we can implement to take care of our families while we're here and even long after we're gone. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. And again, you just have to get started. That's it. You just have to get started. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. And we double dog dare you. Go ahead and tag someone. Go ahead and tag someone and let us know whatever questions that you have. Go ahead and put it in a comment and we'll be happy to answer some of these questions for you. We'll be back in a minute. It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you've come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start bossing today. Dr. Shirly Lu is in the house, helping you to win the financial game of life. Invest like the wealthy.
On this free, check it out, free webinar on books to get your business going. Right here in this private Zoom room. And guess what? We're going global because we're going to also show it on Facebook Live. So we'll see you there. Get in where you fit in and get books that get your business moving. See you on the other side.
Awesome. So I'm happy to be back. This is Dr. Lotus Richey. If you're just joining us all around the world, I have with me today the amazing Dr. Shirly Lu. She's an amazing author. She's a leader. She's a visionary. And she's here with us today to give us some golden nuggets about finance in our private life, in our business life, and to help us be healthy. That's right, healthy when it comes to being wealthy. Dr. Lu, I'm so happy to have you back.
Thank you for having me back.
So go ahead, please, and thank you.
Okay. All right. So wherever you are, okay, and you have broadcast this across the world, okay, and no matter what country, no matter what nationality, no matter who you are, I feel very strongly when it comes to money, these three things will impact your money. Okay?
Yes.
The very first thing is it has to do with retirement. Mm-hmm. Money is money, no matter what country, what places you have, okay? Because that affects that. So first thing is that you need to think about, okay, where will I have money for retirement? Where do I have for the future, right? So that's first thing that all you guys need to look at. Where I have money for the future. The second thing is, again, no matter where you are in the world, the chances of you getting hurt, getting sick, having whether stroke, heart attacks, long-term care, any of those kind of things, chronic illness, critical illness, diabetes, all those things, it's going to hit you one day. Mm-hmm. I think most of us will get sick way before we die. So if that's the case, when you know that's coming, and you just don't know what day, how do you protect it, right? Because you want to protect your asset so that when you get sick, the money's not being used all for the sickness, and you have nothing for retirement. And that's what people does. That they don't have themselves protected with the other side. So when they get sick, they tap into their retirement. Then now you're out of retirement, but you've been paying for sickness. Because so many bankruptcy, is because of health reason, and when they're depleted because there's no money paying for the health. stuff, right? So you've got to take care of that piece. The other components is that I believe wholeheartedly that do you have someone that you care for? Do you have someone that you love that you say, you know what? I worry if something happens to me that my family will be taken care of. I've got 3 babies. They're big babies, right? But to me, I want to make sure that they're protected in those kind of things because one way is creating wealth by utilizing, strategizing life insurance. And I know life insurance is all out there. It's all over the world. It's not just in the U.S. And having access to understanding about that is so critical that one needs to have, because it shows that kind of things. Now, the other piece when it comes to where you're saving your money and all that, you got to look at a couple things. One is that, okay, if I put money somewhere, what kind of return can I get? Because, Sarah may say, gosh, you know what, Shirley, I'm young enough. I want to see growth. I want to see some money really growing on my account, right? Okay, so then she may go through the stock market, or she may go to mutual fund, and she may go something that's very aggressive. But if she did that, understand there could be risk with it, right? She could lose money if the market goes down, if she did those kind of things. Well, does Sarah know that there are things out there today, guys, that they can give you the growth when the market does make money. But if the market loses money, you don't lose a dime, right? So again, it's an education that this product is available to Americans today, and yet most people haven't tapped into it. I can do a presentation in front of the entire room, and do you know less than 10% knows about it?
Yes.
Now, what's wrong with that picture? What's wrong with that picture when you've got so many financial advisors running around out there, and yet less than 10% knows about this stuff? I came from both worlds. I've seen both worlds, having experience on the security side, having this on the insurance side. Now I'm able to see the bigger picture, not just a one lopsided, but I've seen it all. So the industry has changed so much that these new emerging products that are emerging. I mean, the other things too, Dr. Roche, when you have your money, what if you learn how to leverage? What if I can say to, someone out there, guys, what if I told you this account by using leverage, you can make more money? If Shirley put in 25,000 and now have somebody come in and match me 75, now you've got $100,000 going to work for you instead of 25.
Right.
If you get 100,000, you add another 300, now you got $400,000 making money faster than just your own money. Again, how many of you guys even tap into that stuff? And it's available. It is available today, and yet nobody knows about it. I sit there and I'm sitting across CPA, attorney, and they're like, oh, executive. Again, the industry's changed. You have to be willing to adapt to the changes and willing to learn. Just get yourself educated, right? Mm-hmm. So to me, okay, so you gave me an opportunity that there are accounts that can make money but don't know losses, and at the same time give me guaranteed stream of lifetime income and provide all these feature things. And by the way, what if on top of it, I want that money to be tax advantages, tax-free? Well, there's a way that I can structure these things. Mm-hmm. Look, the biggest thing is going to hit you guys' taxes, guys. Let me tell you, that writing's on the wall. Think about it. Right now, we are at the lowest tax bracket. It's going to be expiring in a couple of years. And when it does, now, how many of you in here on this call, on this Zoom, or on this Facebook Live and StreamYard thinks taxes can be lower? Do you think it's going to be lower? Do you think it's going to be higher? We are at the lowest tax bracket in history. You've got the coronavirus, okay? You've got the economic conditions with the war and all that going on. You've got the daggone energy crisis. You've got monies tapping into it that's paying all this out. So you think the government is going to be able to, they got to have somewhere to be able to tap into some money to offset the debt that we're facing. The lowest hanging fruit is taxes, guys. If you're already at 30, 32%, how easy is it if I say, you know what, you can be at 35, right? If you got 20, we're going to raise it 5%, 25. And that day is coming. And I'm telling you it's coming because I've seen it. Everything that I've said and done predicted for the past stuff, it has come true. So how do you protect yourself? How do you safeguard that? You got to talk to someone, intelligently and find out, so, okay, here's what I have, what do I have, and all that to make, the right decision when it comes to your finance. So, you know, 5 tips for finances. Okay, write this down, guys. The very first thing is that, like I said,
All right, Doc, hold on. Before you do this, let me do this. Let me do this. Note takers are money makers when they take action. Note takers are money makers when they take action. So take action. Go ahead and grab your notepad and grab your pen. Grab your notepad and grab your pen, because when Dr. Lu talks about this, she's paid thousands of dollars to share this information, but she's here today with you on Books to Boom Your Business to help you boom, not just in your business, but in your personal life. So, Doc, I've prepped them for writing, taking down these golden nuggets that you're going to share. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Well, the most important things is really get all your finance stuff together. I am talking about get everything together, from your bill to your expense. If you have stock, you have mutual fund. If you play with IRA, if you have work in the government, you have TSP. If you got 4DB, teachers, fire department, 457. Anything, life insurance, right? CDs, money market, and I don't care what is saving, checking. First, you got to get all that stuff together. Okay, when you get it all together, and then you one of the things is keeping your mind about what are the things that you want to have. Okay, so what the first thing is, got to get all your documents together and have that. You need to do an analysis on your finance. That's a very, very first important step. Okay. And the second thing is that you have to make a decision. Okay, I got my stuff together. Where do I put my money? Okay, that's such an important question that you need to think. Where do I put my money? And when you think about, okay, where do you put your money? Right? What is important to your money? Ready? The very first thing is where I'm going to put my money is guess what? I want growth. Because, I want to have a chance to have that money grow in the future. I don't want to, right? So you want to look at somewhere growth with the market. That's important. Number one. Number two, where my money is sitting, what happens if the market loses money and I lose money? So you got to think about, okay, I was told I put this in here, I can make a lot of growth, but with that, if the stock market goes crazy, like the last couple of days, couple months, I've just lost 25-30% of my money. And people misconception about growth and losses. Do you know when you lose this money, it hurts you more than the growth? Prime example. Let's say you have $100,000 and the stock market lost 50%. You're down $50,000. To gain back the $50,000 you have, people say, well, it'll make back 50%. Okay? 50% gain, right? But do you know you only make 50% gain of the 50,000? That's only 25,000. So even if I make back 50%, you only back up to 75,000. When was the last time the stock market went 100%, guys? It doesn't get 100%. You know that, right? Not overnight, not a month. It takes gradually to get back. The problem, a lot of people lost money in 2008 and other places because when it started going down so low, there was not enough time horizon and stuff like that to get it back up. Now, I see you have a lot of young people here. Yes, young people can hold it out and hang it on there, but not people that are in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. They can't. They don't have that time. I had a client just lost $600,000 within the last 3 months. There's no way. There's no way he can get that $600,000 within this year or next year. Mm-hmm. He's retiring.
Exactly.
So it's just as important, that you make sure how to protect your money when the market loses as well, right? So I gave you those 2 tips, right? One is don't lose your money. Well, number one is make sure you have somewhere that can grow when the market makes. And number 2 is don't lose your money. Those are very 2 important things to think, okay? And then you want to look at, okay, where my money is, what safety net do I have that can make sure that I have guaranteed income stream down the road? Is there things such as that exist today in the marketplace out there, but Catherine or Tamara here can say, you know what? Wow, it's cool. If I put this much in, I'm gonna have this income down the road. Really? Okay, so look at where are guaranteed stream of income. And again, that is available today. The things that I tell you guys are not myth, are not things that I hope, I wish. No, guys. It exists. Okay? In real life form today. So that's number 3, right? Guaranteed income. The other thing is I think it's really important when it comes to your money. Okay? So let's say, Dr. Roche, you have $100,000 in your retirement account.
Yep.
All your life, you were told to put something in there, pre-tax money. You got a little nice, from the IRS, give you a little pre-tax. But your little pre-tax down the road, I'm Mrs. IRS today, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it's time for you to take your $100,000 out or $200,000 at this time, I'm going to say to you, you know what? I gave you that money growing tax deferred. Because of that, you will now have to pay me the taxes on that money when you want to withdraw. Instantly, every single one of you, the minute you go and take that money out, I do it at 30%.
Yep.
Do it today. Go in and do a withdrawal. And it's so funny. I have this one older gentleman. He goes, I don't need the money. I'm not going to take it out. I got plenty of money. And yes, I've got other money, and therefore I've got over $1 million in my retirement account. I don't need it. Well, guess what? There's news, guys. The IRS needs the money. They've got all these Delta feed stuff that's happening. They got what's called the rules of age 72, called RMD, Requirement Minimum Distribution. It is the law that you have to take a percentage of your money out. If you choose not to do so, they're very nice, by the way. They won't force you to. You just get hit with a 50% penalty plus taxes on top.
Wow.
The amount that you choose not to withdraw when it's time at 72. So now 50% plus my tax bracket at 20%. So on $1, I get hit with 70%. Did you know that exists today? And most people are not even aware. I have to go remind some of my clients that, hey, you better take your RMD, required minimum distribution. Okay. So to me, I know I'm going to get hit with taxes. So wouldn't it be smart if you had financially planned somewhere where you can have tax advantages and the money comes tax-free? I could care less how much taxes goes up to. And if I structure my account in retirement the right way, everything comes out tax-free 100%. How many of you guys out there that are listening on this call or on Facebook Live and things like that know your money is tax-free? Is it in tax-free or is it a taxable event? Right? So that's tip number 4. Tip number 5. How many of you out there understand the real concept of money using leverage? What if I use somebody else's money to make more money for you? That exists. When I said to you earlier, how cool is that? Imagine you put in 25,000, I'll match 75. When you put in 100, I'll match 300. How many of you out there today that say, I have it? Guess what? I literally have it, guys. I literally have it for my 18-year-old daughter, putting in a small amount of money for 5 years. I call it my 5-year retirement plan. And she never had to put another dime in, and she would get several $1 million tax-free stream of income for the rest of her life. That's strategic thinking, and that's strategic planning, and that's having that access. And I get excited about this is because this financial education, I felt that everybody needs to know. I am proud to tell you, Dr. Roche, that my agents, 80% of my agents happens to be minorities and women. And I'm so proud of that because I felt that we are one of the demographic, that haven't given an opportunity, and learning about finance and education piece of it. And at the same time, we were giving it an entrepreneurship opportunity in finance. And this brings me to the next about entrepreneurship.
Awesome. So very quickly, I want to say for many of you that are just joining us, I want to say again, welcome to the show. And those of you that are just joining in, I have none other than the amazing author of IUL ASAP, How to Win the Financial Game of Life, Invest Like the Wealthy, and Generate Tax-Free Income with 1, 2, 3 punches. Okay. And she's been doing an amazing job sharing some golden nuggets with us today. And I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're taking notes. So very quickly, she shared amazing nuggets with us. And so she's going to share some more nuggets. But what we're going to do, we're going to go to a quick commercial, and then we're going to come back. We're going to go to a quick commercial. And on this side, I'm going to show you one of our service commercials. And in Zoom, they're going to show you a different commercial. So with no further ado, here's a commercial right for you. And then we'll turn back to Dr. Shirly Lu. We'll see you in a minute.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you come to the right place at the right time to get your website live and the Facebook media platform. And get the training you need to get in front of people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professional, not assistant, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professional can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start bossing today. StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more.
It is without question that the upcoming event called the Weekend of Enlightenment, hosted by the George Floyd Memorial Center, is a must-attend event as we partner to share the amazing wealth of energy, knowledge, and positive vibes across the planet. Hello, my name is Dr. Lotus Richey, the CEO and founder of Lotus Richey Coaching and Consulting LLC and the host of the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. I am partnered, and honorably so, with the George Floyd Memorial Center. And we are hosting a phenomenal event starting May 25th. It's an online event that you don't want to miss. And we're going even further on May 27th, where we're hosting the charity golf event in Cary, North Carolina. And to sum it all up, on the 28th, we're having the George Floyd Memorial Center Weekend of Enlightenment Conference. It starts at 11 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and we hope to see you there. So don't forget to go get your virtual ticket on Eventbrite. Look for the George Floyd Memorial Center Weekend of Enlightenment. I'm Dr. Lotus Richey, and I'll see you there. All right, and we are back. We are back with Dr. Shirly Lu, and of course myself, Dr. Lotus Richey from the Lotus Richey Ignites team with Books to Boom Your Business, and we have been having an amazing time. And I want to see if I can move our folks up here because we got folks joining us from all over. So listen, Doc, I want to thank you again for being here. And for those of you that's just joining the show, this is Dr. Shirly Lu. She is an amazing author. She's a speaker. She's a trainer. But most importantly, I like to say she's a financial guru, and she's helping people just like you and people just like me change the dynamics of our finance, the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we behave when it comes to finance with her amazing book. Dr. Lu, show your book.
Right here.
There you
As a
go.
matter of fact, if they go on Amazon, they
Mhm.
can type IUL, it will pop up all
Yes,
the
it
place,
will.
And it's funny because on Google, if you want to Google Shirley Lu Forbes, they will see the article written about me. And if
Exactly.
they want to Google Shirley Lu, a lot of stuff that they can find
Yep.
me everywhere, pretty much on the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can look right here down at the bottom of the screen. That's where you can go to grab her book. Go straight to Amazon. You can't miss it. That's the name of her book. Hit her up on Amazon and grab her book today. So, Doc, we've got some comments in the comment section, and I want to thank you to our viewing audience. So one person said, Angela said, it's very important and critical financial information. I'm definitely going to watch the replay and share with others. So if you haven't taken this time to share this with others, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to share this with others. Tell folks to come on in, get in where you fit in. And don't forget, even those that's watching the replay, we thank you. You got 30 seconds. Here goes. Go ahead and share your love and share this with people that need to know about finance, well-being, and how to connect their money with their mind so that the rest of their life just turn out fine. Connect with Dr. Shirly Lu. Go to Amazon and get her amazing book, IUL. It's going to teach you how to invest like the wealthy. All right, so we're back. So, Dr. Shirley, Angela said that it's very important that it's critical that people have this type of financial information. And she said that she loves the book. She's read the book. She said she recommends the book. So thank you so much, Angie, for saying that. And Will De Leon said people are just scared to invest. But the very first thing that they are really scared of is change. So can you talk to me a little bit about change? And then we've got another comment we're going to go to. Why have you found that people are just scared of change?
Well, it's human nature. When you're doing something new, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, how do I know? So one thing I want to make a comment about that. Well, first of all, if they don't change, they're going to be in the same space where they are.
Exactly.
That's a person, okay?
Correct.
So you've got to change. It's like if you don't move forward, you're going to be in the same space where you are.
Exactly.
So you've got to have it open. And the second thing is that no matter what financial product services that you buy and do, guys, you have to understand there is a contract between the clients and those companies.
Right.
Read the fine print of the contract and ask the question, hey, what happened if the company goes down under? Hey, what happened if I loses my money? Hey, what happened when the money, makes money? Do I pay taxes on it now or later? Mm-hmm. Hey, or is it tax free? These are all the questions that you have, to be able to do that intelligently to make a decision. And what's, like I said, there are so many books and stuff like that out there, but you got to work with someone that's able, number one, been in both sides and kind of know the stuff,
Right.
And one of the things is that, if anyone reaches out to me, I'm going to ask you to do me a big favor, please. Mm-hmm. You got to let me know that you heard it on your show.
Right. Books to boom your business.
Say on Dr. Rashay. And one of the things is that people always ask me, oh, do you charge for the money? Do you charge to sit down with me, my team? Dr. Rashay, I am in the mode of wanting to teach people at no charge.
Right.
Financial education should be free. And that's why I'm working with communities. I'm working with a shelter house. I'm working with so many things, bringing financial education literacy at no charge.
Right.
Literally, my folks spend time in teaching the community these kind of things. Churches, congregation. We had one church, we were there at a church telling them of the importance of savings and life insurance. Mm-hmm. One guy came up and he said, well, I think sometimes it's a scam, a big scam. Mm-hmm. You know what happened? Oh my God. A week later, he died of a heart attack in the parking lot.
Wow.
Then the family went to the church and asked for GoFundMe. The pastor had to say they were trying to raise $7,500. They ended up giving only $500.
Yes.
But, and so the pastor said, come back and teach people about life insurance. He said, the church ran out of money. The well has run dry. We can't GoFundMe. Guys, we got to stop that. We got to stop the industry.
Yep. And now let me say this. I know some folks, even in my family, has had to use GoFundMe. I'm not saying that you shouldn't if you have to, but guess what? You don't have to be in a situation where you have to, if you connect with Dr. Lu and myself, so that you don't have to have that as your reality, because your reality can be something totally different. That is why I do this thing, Books to Boom Your Business, and I bring people on like Dr. Lu and Misty Lane that couldn't be here with us today, because I want to share this financial information with you. I have a master's degree in business, but when I was getting my master's degree, probably $70,000 later, one thing that I did know, on a shadow of a doubt, is that they never taught me how to have great finances, how to set myself up for success the way that you are sharing here today.
Yes, absolutely. So, giving that said, for those of you guys who thought about, changing your life, and you may say, you know what, I want to go into business. And then you're sitting there thinking, okay, what business should I go into? What business can make money? What business can all that?
Yep.
I'm going to give you guys 5 tips. Is that okay? And because
Yes.
I know we're nearing to an end of the show, I want to kind of give them these 5 tips. If you're looking to enter into the business of the entrepreneurship and things like that, the number one thing I think is important to me is being able to network.
Yes.
You have to network and affiliate yourself with the star, the people, the moving, the shaking, the people who are making things happen. It's one of those things, birds of feather flocks together.
Yes.
I hang out with Dr. Richey is because I know where she's going. And I know her in the circle. And I know the kind of things that she exposed me to, right? So if she's credible and I go to the other one, and guess what? They're going to perceive me as credible. And if you're shady and business guy, you have a tough time doing this. Let me tell you.
Exactly.
Because they know who you are and they know what you're made of.
Yep.
So you can't fake it. I know people say fake it you make. Well, you know what? I'm sorry to say this, but unless you're affiliated with somebody that's credible enough, then you can get your brand new reputation up there, right?
Right.
So first things, who you connected with is very important. Okay. The second thing that I think is, important is that you got to be in a business. Is there a need? Okay. Well, I just know, a lot of times the financial services, there's such a need. 3 things that happen to you and I. We either die too soon, we either live too long, right? Or we get sick.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Some of you guys may go into a business where you said, okay, I just want to do, I don't know, let's say certain prepaid legal or whatever it may be, right? Or selling vitamins or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just a niche, right? Well, I don't know about a brand new baby born that's going to need that vitamins, right? You're not going to be able to sell that. A 10-year-old not going to do that. But I just know I want it to be an industry where there's a need. No matter what, a baby needs me today. A 10-year-old needs me. A 20, a 30, a 40, 50, 60, So find where is there a need where you get much broader audience, right?
Yes.
It's okay for real estate and houses, but how many people are looking to buy a house today? The housing market is this much, you don't have enough housing inventory.
Exactly.
So, and the mortgages. So it's important to understand, is there a need, and finding a niche that's much bigger than just a very small niche. Now, you could do that if that's what you want. I'm just telling you what are the niche out there that's growing, right? Mm-hmm. And I think the other things too, to me, it's important that whatever business that you do, are you going to be like a salesperson all your life? No, you don't want to do that. I don't want to be salesperson in my life. And the rest of them, you want a business that allows for you to have a legacy, perpetual money. And the financial industry is such a well-known industry that most people overlook it. You're looking at, okay, if someone buys life insurance today, and the life insurance is permanent forever, depends on the plan. And imagine this, where the insurance company said, you know what, if as long as the client has this policy, you were entitled to those trails renewed forever. So whether it's that, but you want a business where if I stop, today, can it continue on? A lot of business out there, you sell stuff. You sell, clothes and other stuff. And if they don't buy, you don't have anything coming in, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So to me, it's important to have that. And you know what? The fourth thing to me was important that I don't want just Shirly Lu making the money. I want the people around me make money. Because when my people make money, I make money automatic. Okay. So people kind of say to me sometimes, Dr. Richey, you're one of those companies that bring people in and recruit, or multi-level, or pyramid, all those kind of things. I looked at them, I said, okay, I was at a event last night with 50 people. And I talk with these are 50 wealthy people. I had to go there with a team of 3 people.
Right.
Because I can't handle the 50 people. So
Exactly.
yes, I recruit people to bring into the business industry. So that's a bad thing. It's it's serving my client needs. You know, I'm getting ready to speak at the Teachers Fest. Over 1,000 people to be there. How
Right.
the heck am I handle 1,000 people? Yes.
Right.
So I recruit to be able to take care of my clients. I'm on TV. We are getting every time we're on TV. Oh my God, we got clients, hundreds are calling in, Dr. Richey.
I know. I've been to your event, so I know. You know, we were on an event last year with the World Bank. You know, the Foundation Lab. We talked to so many people, and you did a great mic drop there. So yeah, you bring people in so they can help other people, and that's why at the bottom of the screen I have be around people that are making money with you. Got it?
And last but not least, I'm excited because I've been through the mines. I stepped through the roadmap. I can give them the roadmap. Dr.
Exactly.
Richey, do you know there are people today that comes with me? And I said to them, I said, you come with me. And let me show you. If I can't get you 25 to 30 people in a room in the next 2 weeks as your customer, I will refund your licensing fee.
That's
and
awesome.
If I do, you're going to owe me a lot more because I've learned the game. I've learned how to do this. I've learned, because of our reputation, who we are. And by the way, all the carrier company I've worked with, they've been around hundreds of years. The A-rated, carbon vest, everything else.
Exactly.
So what do I have to worry about? I'm just a middleman trying to find the right solution for a client. That's all, guys. It's all services. And the other things are, the financial industry is one of the most well-compensated industry, and people so overlook it and disregard and don't get involved in it. Because why? They're thinking, I'm not good at numbers.
Right.
I'm not, yeah, that's what it, I don't know. I'm not good at finance. I am not good. Guess what, guys? Most of my people, I'd rather teach you from the basic level so that you could understand it. I'd rather you be green and understand that. You know how many people that's been in the background know it so much? I have to unwind everything that they learned.
Right. You got to undo it because they're stuck in one mode of thinking.
Yes.
Yep.
And so, that's a catch-22. But like I said, I love to have an opportunity. And, I would encourage you guys, my website is, ShirlyLuAssociates.com. If you go on that, you will see the contact, you will see email, touch up base. But you promise me one thing, if you do, you got to say, hey, I put you on Dr. Richey. Yep. So with that being said, we want to help you guys. We want to, if you need some advice on certain stuff, come on in. There'll be other sessions that you can participate.
Awesome. And see right here down at the bottom of the screen, folks, there it is, Shirly Lu and Associates.com. Go there and connect with her and get started in the right direction that you need to go in. Because let's face it, she's going to give you the golden nugget. She's going to tell you just like it is. She's not going to give you no fluff. She's not going to try to sell you on a package or make you feel like you got to do something with her today or things are just going to die out for you. No, that's not how she operates. But what she will do is cause you to do critical thinking, to ask yourself, where are my dollars going? What am I doing? Okay. And she's going to give you the opportunity to be around people that's making money, not from a snake oil salesman process, but from a real life process. And so if you look down there, you can go right there to her Facebook page. And I'm going to try to cut to a Facebook page right quick for you if I can, and see if I can get that over to you. So I want you to see it. Go right here to her Facebook page. There it is, Dr. Shirly Lu. You see the background of her book, IUL, How to Win the Financial Game of Life, Invest Like the Wealthy, and Generate Tax-Free Income with 1 3-letter word. Okay. And I say it's more than a 3-letter word. It's 2 words, and it's Shirly Lu. So with that being said, I also want to share with you, go on over and make sure you grab her book. So I'm going to go right there and I'm going to take you over. Okay. I'm going to take you over here with me and I'm going to take you right to Amazon because her book is right there in Amazon. And this will be a buy that you will treasure for the rest of your life. Every time I travel, her book is in my briefcase. The book is only $9.99 in paperback, $9.99. You can get this book and change your life for the better. But it all starts with you. Like we said, you got to pay yourself first. So with that being said, Dr. Lu, I am going right back to you to close us out and thank you.
Well, first of all, I want to say happy Memorial Day that's coming up, and thank you, service, for all those you guys out there who has been helping, sacrificing and all those kind of things. I appreciate that. The second thing is I do want to give condolences with the situation happened in Texas recently.
Yes.
It's sad. One of my team member just notified me, the teacher that died, two of the teachers died. One of them, the husband just passed away.
Oh, wow.
Heart attack. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So his wife died and then he just had a heart attack, stroke, happens to be the cousin of one of my team members. Wow. It just shows you how, what a short, connection we have. Yep. And the other thing is that I would just encourage you guys, I want to appreciate you for the fact that you brought this platform for people to be educated, and you ask nothing in return. You charge no one nothing, and you're doing it your own time, your own free will of everything else. And so people got to know the kind of things, the heart where you are. And I want to congratulate you on that. And thank you for giving me this platform to bring this financial education to the world. And guys, I'm going to see you at the top. And like I said, I'm looking forward to meeting you all.
All right. Fantastic. And I thank you. So everybody, we thank you. Make sure you share this broadcast. Share this with people that you know all around the world because someone needs to hear this. And I want to thank each and every one of you that's been hanging out with us, that's been viewing this and sharing your comments and sharing your love. I greatly appreciate it. And I want to share this. Sarah made a wonderful comment that I think we definitely want to share. Let me try to go back up and grab it. She said, this webinar is very helpful because not all people are financially educated. Therefore, a lot of people fail in life. We love what you're discussing, Dr. Lu. Very timely when we experience COVID. And yes, it is. And again, I want to thank you guys, and I'll see you next time because it is without question. You need books to boom your business. And let's go ahead and close out with our video. Here's to you, booming your business. See you next time. I know, Dr. Shirly Lu, she came in and rocked it. What can I say? I'm back. We're going to close out with Books to Boom Your Business. And if you want to be on Books to Boom Your Business, make sure you contact me directly at lotus@lotusrochetiguitesyou.com. That's lotus@lotusrochetiguitesyou.com and connect with me and we'll get you on Books to Boom Your Business. Roll them.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you come to the right place at the right time to get your website, your line, and the Facebook media platform, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professional can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start bossing today.